paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Good morning. Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alex DeFusi across the way.
Hey, buddy. How are you, man?
Hey, Alex. Good morning to you. Did we have you on last week? You were down at a wedding, weren't you?
I was at a wedding in Florida last week.
All right. Well, we're going to be excited to have you back here. Yeah, we always miss you. And we brought in Nicole Moscow from Remax Classic. Hey, Nicole, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Great to have you, of course. Nicole's been a frequent guest over the years, and always nice to talk with you. Nicole, you're like my blue-collar real estate agent.
Absolutely.
Totally in the trenches, out there showing homes.
What does that mean? Can you define that for me?
Yeah, like 1 minute I'll talk to her and she's in St. Clair County, and then the next minute she's in Washtenaw County. I mean, she's all over the place showing houses, keeping busy out there, and she's a great negotiator. So if you have calls regarding purchasing a house or selling your home, be sure to call us here live on the show, 248-539-9797. Of course, we are brought to you by the fine folks at Capital Mortgage Funding. That's where you could find Alex and myself all week long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. We definitely have a full staff all weekend long, too, to get you that approval letter.
So I'm reading these two articles. One is from 5/5. One is from 5/19.
Oh, recent stuff.
Millennials finally embracing the American dream of home ownership. And then a week later, mortgage volume drops 4.1% as millennials pull out of the market.
What are they doing? They're blaming them for everything.
So you're telling me in 14 days the entire housing market changed?
Absolutely.
Did I completely miss something here?
That never happened. Hey, rates are still amazing, though, so there's no reason to pull out if you are looking at purchasing a home, although there's tons of competition out there. Of course, we always talk about the inventory, and we'll talk about that all morning long. Be sure to give us a phone call if you've got a situation, if you made several offers on a home, nothing's happening, maybe we can give you some helpful tips. But the rates have been unbelievable. Even earlier this week, it appeared that potentially they would even improve, and of course, things did level off on Thursday and Friday. The news of any wrongdoing from the White House or any geopolitical events are having a tremendous effect on mortgage rates, and we're seeing some tremendous swings. Just the fact that something out of the White House sounds like they say the word impeachment, and all of a sudden the market goes the other way.
Well, I mean, I don't know why are we discussing that? It doesn't make a difference.
All right. Because they're still at all-time lows. And
do you want to have a house?
Yes.
Okay. So what does it matter? Why is
right,
it's a complete moot point?
I agree with you.
Less talk would be less scary for most people, and regarding mortgage rates or the stock market, that's all we're saying.
Well, everyone's happy when the stock market, is up 300 points, but when it goes down 300 points, everyone's pointing fingers.
And then it goes back up again.
I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
I mean, what are you going to do?
I mean, you still have to have a place to live.
Even though there's tons of volatility out there too in the marketplace, it's not as if rates are going to get much better than where they are. If anything, they will eventually trickle up. Again, if it ends up, I don't know, if you're going to lock in at, let's say, 4.25%, and then it trickles down to 4.125%, well, great, you just saved yourself $8 per 100,000.
Here, Mr. Glanz isn't here. He's celebrating his anniversary with his lovely wife, Randy. They're out of town, but to borrow one of his phrases, rates aren't going to go to zero. Like they're not here. They're not going to go back down to 3.5%. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now.
Very unlikely.
And if you're holding on for an eighth of a point,
you're going to miss out on a lot of houses.
I guess. I mean, if someone says you're going to save $200 a month, and you say when you save $225, what are you holding out for? $25?
They're not.
So I'm going to give you $2,400 a year.
Right. I mean, if you're spending within your limits, that really shouldn't make a difference.
No one does that.
I
know
agree.
that. But let's be honest.
I mean, I have a lot of clients that set themselves up for success and not overextend.
I try to tell the majority of my clients, dude, you don't need this house.
Absolutely.
You really don't. I mean, I know on paper you can afford it and the computer says you're approved for the loan. I'm like, you really don't need it, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, what, you're going to buy a huge house to impress people you really don't like anyway?
Right, it's just more to clean,
I have
more to
heat.
heat.
Four friends that I really like.
Right.
And if I bought a huge house, what would I do? Invite the other 20 people I know to hang out that I really don't like anyway?
Well, you have to have a house that fits your needs, and of course, we'll talk about that.
There are big families that need a few, bigger homes.
Yours is one of them?
Absolutely, but I'm going to tell you, I ended up going into something smaller than I was in with.
But you got that great,
that's a good thing.
Still the great school district.
Right, I got
the new ones out in
amazing
South
school
Lyon.
district, awesome location. It's actually only 18 minutes from here, so it's actually closer than where I was before. I mean, everything.
You moved recently?
I moved 3 weeks ago.
Yep. Oh.
Yep.
So the answer is the answer to that question.
Absolutely.
Okay,
and it was a pain. But I did it.
You did it. You did a great job. You had some
Thank
helpful
you.
friends. 248-539-9797. Come and join our show. We talk about mortgages and real estate. We make it as fun as possible. Purchasing a house should be a lot of fun. So get the right team behind you, and we'll show you how to do that. Hey, we got some calls to start things off here. We got Jim starting things off on a cell phone. Good morning, Jim. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Jim.
Good morning. How
Hey,
you
buddy,
guys
what's
doing?
up? Good, man. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. I got a quick question. I recently went through a divorce, and I'm looking to refinance. The credit is probably medium because of the divorce, but I'm right now at 4.25. Would I be able to get any better rates than that?
Yeah, you get a better rate, but I mean, you're going to shorten the term. You want to go to a 15-year?
Yeah, I mean, if anything. I'm looking to actually, I would like to refinance and possibly get some money back. That's an option to pay off some debt from the divorce.
We can do that. The good here, Jim. The good news is all three of us have all been divorced, so we have a lot of experience in this. So,
All right.
you haven't?
Maybe a few times.
no. But Jim, the answer to the question is yes. You can go to 80% of the appraised value. Other than that, it's a pretty straightforward transaction.
Yeah, I hope that credit's decent, though.
Well, how bad is the credit?
I want to say it's about 650, but
So
below 700 for sure.
Okay, I mean it's not terrible. What do you think the house is worth?
I'm sorry?
What's the house worth?
Well, I bought it for 125, and right now there's been houses in the neighborhood going for around 160, 170.
So you can go up to about 120,000 on that
On a cash out
on a cash out
refinance.
refinance.
Yeah, and I owe like 114 right now.
So you get a little bit of money back.
Maybe a little bit of money in your pocket, Jim. But of course, maybe one of the other reasons for your divorce, you might have to do that to go ahead and take her off the title if she's on the title of the house or something like that. The catch is, Jim, you go 85% cash out on an FHA loan, but then you run into the 1.75% upfront MIP, and then, of course, the monthly MIP. So we'll give you a ring and definitely want to investigate. The key with you is find out what the home is going to appraise for and make sure it's going to make sense to do a cash out refinance where you can put some money in your pocket.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thanks, guys.
Okay, sure,
All right,
Jim.
thank you for the
man.
call.
See you,
Appreciate
buddy.
it.
Thank
That's
you.
always a good call, and I like what he said. Yeah, if you bought a house in the last 3, 4, 5 years, you do have some built-in equity, unless you did something real crazy with the house where you completely overpaid. Just about everyone here in Southeast Michigan, our listening audience, has some equity, which is really great. Hey, let's continue the calls. 248-539-9797. We're out to Martin in Wixom. Good morning, Martin. Welcome to our show.
Hey guys, how are you?
What's up, man?
Listen, I'm trying to take advantage of this. Okay, so call me the devil if you want, but the houses in our neighborhood are going for 300, 310, and I've done new things to the house. I've added a new door, stamped concrete, and a bunch of wood floors in the middle section. I want 350. So if I decide to sell, which me and my wife were talking about, that I only owe like 130 now after being there for 5 years.
Mhm.
I want 350. Am I in right to get it? I mean, even if the appraisal comes in, say at
Sure.
328.
You can do whatever
I
you
want
want.
350. I don't care what the appraisal guy says.
Yeah,
I
you can do whatever you
figure
want,
that we
man.
can have a chance to sell it, right? But we still would
Absolutely.
sell it, being that we're a buyer's market. People are going to want to buy. They got to come up with a difference on their own.
That's
right,
correct.
That's
Correct.
correct.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at, because me and my wife were like talking about trying to sell, but I told her let's take advantage of it because it's a seller's market. And if we sell our house, let's get what we want and not what it appraises for.
Hey,
Yeah, as long as you find somebody to pay for it, you can do whatever you want. You could sell it for $1 million.
Well, that's all. I just want to know how that works. I know it's up there in price after all the things we've done to it, and we added vinyl, but I just wanted to know
Oh, vital.
how
All right,
that
good.
would work.
well, hey, look, you
So-
definitely would be able to get what again, if you get the right seller, they're willing to pay over asking or willing to pay over appraised value. That's always an option. Now, Martin, you go out there and sell your house and you get another $25,000 out of it, maybe then what it's worth. What happens when you go out to go buy a house? Isn't that going to be the same thing?
I know you got to buy high, but here's the thing. This is where I'm looking at it, and I know this is like weird, but if I can walk out with my house for like, say 200, 220 in my pocket, that goes for my kids' college education, Rainier. Even if I start all over, that's fine. I own a business. I'm fine with that. I can live and restart over. I've only had the house for 5 years, and I've paid almost $70,000 on it.
Well,
So-
even if you sold it for 310 or 320 or whatever it might appraise for, it sounds like you're going to do quite well on it. I like the call, and we're going to call you back and see if we can move you forward. A couple of things we want to check out for you is making sure that even after you sell the house, that you're able to get a mortgage and how much you can qualify for. We do that for all self-employed people because those numbers are a little tricky, especially when you write off some of the income.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Cool. Thanks,
All
Martin.
right,
you.
great call. 248-539-9797. We have tons to share with you this morning. We come back. All of your calls.
The sub above difference is legendary. With Jersey Mike's, throwing an unforgettable party is easy. You supply the perfect guests, we'll supply the perfect subs. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Weingarts, everything from lawn to snow.
Hi, I'm Dan Weingarts. Join us for our Time to Mow sale going on now through May 20th. Our family has been helping families like yours choose the right power equipment for your lawn since 1945. Our experts will help you choose the right product from top brands like Stihl. Stihl is the perennial gold standard in handheld outdoor power equipment. From legendary chainsaws, dependable trimmers, powerful blowers, and industry-leading construction tools, a Stihl is designed for reliability and built for the long haul. That's why so many people use Stihl products and recommend them to others.
At Weingarts.
And our expert service technicians and world-class parts inventory will keep your equipment running like new. We've always known that service goes beyond the sale. Visit us to see the full Stihl line in Utica, Farmington Hills, Cedar Springs, Clarkston, and Ann Arbor, or see all of our Time to Mow sales specials at Weingarts.com. From our family to yours, thank you for letting us serve you.
Weingarts, everything from lawn to snow.
What does Advance Auto Parts have to offer? Plenty. Like a rewards program called Speed Perks that gets you $20 off your next purchase when you spend $100 or more. What doesn't Advance Auto Parts have to offer? The recipe to your favorite dish from your favorite restaurant that's been closed for 5 years. So forget that gooey, double-stuffed lasagna and check out Advance Auto Parts rewards program Speed Perks and get $20 off your next purchase when you spend $100 or more. Advance Auto Parts. Let's get you back on the road. See an Advance team member or go to speedperks.com to sign up.
Do you have your eyes on a new home but need to sell your home first? It's warming up and summer's right around the corner. If you're going to sell your home, you don't want to wait. Your competition will be listing soon. Listing now means more money in your pocket. Mark Z here with Keller Williams, and now is the time to sell. The Z Guarantee allows you the comfort of knowing that if your home doesn't sell, I'll step up and buy it myself.
Get the Z Guarantee. Call Mark Z. Call 844-SOLVE-BY-Z.
Hi, I'm Calvin Bordine, and it's finally time to get out there and plant.
It certainly is, Calvin, and we have the best selection of high-quality Bordine-grown annuals and vegetables to choose from.
And there's plenty of spring savings at Bordine's.
Well, 4-inch caliber koa and concoleus regularly $5.99, now $3.99.
Beautiful wave petunia and impatient hanging baskets, this week only $10 off.
And tropical mandevilla are all 25% off.
Bordine's in Rochester Hills, Clarkston, Grand Blanc, and Brighton.
Hi, I'm Fiona, inviting you to Bordine's Greenhouse, filled with amazing annuals and beautiful container gardens ready for you to grab and go.
You're right, Fiona. Bordine's makes it simple for you to add a splash of color all around your house.
And if you enjoy planting your own containers, choose from acres of annuals, or even easier, try our designer-themed 6-pack combos to go.
Either way, just add some Bordine's potting soil, and your containers will impress all summer.
Bordine's, bigger, better, bloomier.
At General RV, it's the 2017 model year closeout sale. We're overstocked. So this Wednesday to Sunday, we're closing out all 2017s with the deepest discounts of the year. Motorhomes, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and trailers are all on sale. Get the best prices on all the best brands. Save thousands on RVs from Fleetwood, Winnebago, Coachman, Jayco, and more. Don't miss the 2017 model year closeout sale at General RV in Wixom, White Lake, Brownstown, and Mount Clemens.
Genesis Cadillac at St. Clair Shores is just what you're looking for in a new car dealership. It's true that Genesis has the best selection of new Cadillacs, including the luxurious CT6. But you'll also find that shopping for your vehicle at Genesis is not your typical car buying experience. Attentive, experienced, friendly staff. You'll feel comfortable and respected. For GM certified service on your Cadillac, take advantage of the white glove concierge service from Genesis. Reward yourself. Visit GenesisCadillac.com. You're going places. Genesis Cadillac will take you there.
Your opinion matters. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. Book your stay at the D by visiting thed.com. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
You work hard. You play hard. We talk hard.
97.1 The Ticket.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. 917 if you're just joining us. It's the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. Alex Nafusi with Capital Mortgage. Nicole Moscar, real estate agent from RE/MAX Classic. Nicole, you're at the Milford office, the Commerce office. You can find
We
her
have a
anywhere.
Bloomfield office, Novi, Canton.
Thousands.
We have a few of them.
Way out. All the
Plymouth?
county. I named all the counties that are in our listening audience last week, and there's a lot of them. So, hey, if you're just tuning into the show, give us a phone call. If you know a family member that needs an approval letter, if you know a family member's thinking about buying a house, have them get an approval letter from Capital Mortgage Funding. A whole bunch of good things will happen. They'll have all sorts of knowledge on the purchase of their home. They'll save a lot of money on closing costs, get the best interest rate, and have a professional team handling their mortgage for them. And that's the key. So much to share with you. 248-539-9797. Also, down payment requirements. Still a lot of confusion out there as people are still just sort of dipping their toes in it, Alex, to find out what does it cost. There were articles out earlier this week that were talking about that your parents were wrong, that you don't need 20% down payment. And of course you do not. So many programs out there with minimal down. And of course, including the USDA loans, the rural development loans are just awesome loans on the outskirts of the Tri-County area and any of the surrounding communities. You can go USDA 0 down, our VA loans at 0 down. And then, Alex, so popular is our 3% down conventional programs. It's almost as half my clients are just going with 3% down.
Well, I just think that, if someone's going to give you money at whatever, 4%, just for the sake of round numbers, why would you not take advantage of that?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no reason to put down here unless you're comfortable with a certain payment that you want. Then that's one thing. But other than that, I mean, I would finance, as much as you're comfortable paying on a monthly basis.
Right, because you have expenses too when you move in. So the less that you have to put down sometimes is better.
Right.
With moving expenses, things like that.
And often we just, the first call usually starts off and someone says, I have $10,000 to put down. And that's all they really are working with. And of course,
that's not your down payment though, man. That's $10,000 you're working with total.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That's a big difference because you got to work in the closing costs involved in transactions. You got to work in your escrow account, the proration of taxes, and find out, again, homeowners insurance is in there. Find out how much money you have. And when you sit with the professionals, we'll go ahead and put a mortgage program together, sort of customized to fit what you have going on in your life. And that's the key, is to make sure you have the right approval letter that matches your offer.
You kind of work backwards into it. That's what I usually do with my clients. They say, how much house can I afford? Well, I don't know. How much can you afford?
Right.
You tell me. You tell me. What the payment would be $1,000? Let's work back. Let's back into it then.
Right, and for the families that sometimes go all the way up to their back end ratio 43, they're really maximizing a house that they're doing. Sometimes they have a spouse that's not on the loan. There is that situation out there where maybe someone's buying the house, but their plans are to get married in a few years.
You're talking about income. 2 in 10 deals. I mean, what about the people that really go to, they max out that back end ratio, but how much they can afford?
Right,
There's no reason to.
Exactly. You don't want to be one payment away from losing your house. If something happens, your dishwasher breaks, your car breaks down. I mean, there's things that happen in life, so you should have some kind of reserves for that.
Yeah, Nicole, so often too. We look at these great houses. You make an offer on them. It's usually the location is the first thing you're looking at, the school district, and then the amenities that you're looking for. And then you make the offer, and the house is great, Nicole. But these houses, they all are going to need some work. We live in Michigan. Unlike other parts of the country, I mean, we get all 4 seasons here. So, the roof's going to get some serious wear and tear.
Right now?
We're definitely in spring.
Where are we?
We are in spring.
Really?
Yeah, spring until June 20th.
It was 90 on Thursday and 40 yesterday.
It was a warm spring day.
I'm wearing a
within
thermal
24 hours.
underneath the sweatshirt.
Exactly.
That's how cold I was this morning.
Well, that's just the thing with the weather changing. I mean, we get things like the concrete, the asphalt gets broken up, your roof gets a little messed up, the siding, the wood, any of the wood that you have on your house, if you have wood doors and things of that nature. So you do need to budget for future improvements to the house.
Right, and just maintaining it.
Yeah, the simple maintaining of a house. Again, a lot to know when you want to be a successful homeowner. We have tons to share with you. 248-539-9797. When you're looking at homes, Nicole, I wrote this down. Of course, you need to have all of that figured out ahead of time, including a great approval letter, and then you can get out there and really start looking at some homes. Sometimes it's just the first, maybe getting out there first is sort of get a taste of what the market looks like, what these homes are going for. I don't know. Sometimes I always want to get out there and see what's going on and see what the reactions of families are. But we know these nice homes, Nicole,
they're just not lasting, and there's no time to really go out there and feel the market. If you see something you like, you have to be very aggressive right now because they're moving so fast. They're moving within hours.
In other words, they're listed, and then, like we said, multiple offers.
And there's always backup cash offers.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know about that.
I tried to walk into that one.
There's, you're like, oh wait, no, but there's always like offers over, even the listed price if they're a hot house. Now there are houses that are overpriced that nobody's looking at and nobody's putting offers on.
I understand. If houses are going over asking, that's fine. That's totally cool. If you want to overpay for the house or pay more than the house is listed for, that's fine.
Right.
Just remember that just because the purchase price is $300,000, the house is priced at $270,000 for a reason.
Right.
So if it doesn't appraise at $300,000, don't be mad at me.
Right. You're going to bring the difference to closing, or you're not getting that house.
That's correct.
And if your agent removes that appraisal contingency, you are required to bring whatever it appraises difference to the table.
Right.
Plus your down payment, plus your closing costs.
Plus prorations.
Absolutely. So it can get very costly.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of those as we always do on the show, some strategies out there. We always talk about having the biography letter about yourself and your family and why that house fits your needs and why you love that house.
That's the best move. I don't want to give that out. That's the best move ever.
It still is.
It is. Every time I send over an offer, I send in the body of the email a nice description about the family purchasing the house.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best move ever that the realtors I work with have been doing for years and years and years. And all of a sudden now everyone's doing the letter.
Everyone's doing them. The scare, though, Nicole, with the lack of inventory out there has truly been, after the sellers do accept an offer, they're a little scared and apprehensive because it's hard to find another home. Obviously, if there's a shortage of homes out there, you need to go out there maybe even before you have your house on the market to find out is there going to be a home out there that's going to fit your needs. And then also maybe your offer would include some additional days of occupancy, giving those sellers potentially another 30 days to stay in the property after the closing.
I mean, the other option is, and I have this with a lot of my listings, is what we'll do is put into the listing, it's their sale of their home is contingent on them finding a home within 30 days.
Okay.
So they'll take the offer and hold it while we find something for them.
But I thought there are multiple offers everywhere.
Right, but even if you have multiple offers, if you take one, so like house.
You dig what I'm saying though? Like,
yeah,
okay.
No, I get what you're saying.
The national average of...
Are you sure?
Kinda.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say the national average to close a transaction has come all the way down to 42 days. So again, you have to be ready to go because most transactions, that's the average.
You do, but if you list your house, you can take offers and you can pick one, but you can make it contingent on you finding another home, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I understand. I got you.
Do you get what I'm saying?
See,
now, me, but
I got you, girl. All right.
We're going to take the scare out of a seller selling their home.
I thought you were saying contingent you were making on the sale of your house.
No. Yeah, okay. No.
Got it.
No, because that contingency actually is hindering offers for buyers.
That's the point that I was going with.
Yes.
Sorry, I should focus more. Sorry.
Yes, you're doing okay. Alex, you want to take this call? Let's go to Dan first. I think I want to go to Dan first. All right. Hey, Dan on a cell phone. You want to chime in? Go ahead.
Good morning. How are you?
Very good.
Morning.
Hey, Dan.
Hi. I just wanted to bring up some ideas that we work with at Assured Capital Funding. We get people that come in have been turned down by a number of banks, and they think that they can't get a home. And a lot of times there are creative ways to get people funding that they might not have thought of. We've had customers come in who've been in a divorce situation, and maybe their divorce decree is written in a way that makes it difficult to get that funding. We had one customer that had that situation, and all the banks wanted massive explanations about the divorce decree.
Yeah.
We looked at the divorce decree and found out that there was a lot of wording in there that probably shouldn't have been there.
Really? Attorneys do that?
Pardon me?
Attorneys do that?
A lot of underwriters want
Dan, you have a question, or what's your point?
The point is that sometimes there's a better way to go at it, and in this case, it was to revise the divorce decree rather than try and jump through all the hoops.
You could amend the decree. That's fine.
Yeah.
I
don't know specifically in a divorce decree, but I mean, what would pop up in there? But you never know. Yeah, there's language out there. There's things that sometimes a bank will overlook. Where if you're dealing with a true mortgage banker, they definitely have some programs and maybe even sharper underwriters and less guidelines or hoops to jump through. Yeah, that's a good point. Anything else, Dan, on that?
The same thing goes with bankruptcy. Sometimes if you look at the source of the bankruptcy, maybe the person had a medical bill that they couldn't pay. And it's underwriters don't look at bankruptcies in the same way in all cases. In some cases, if someone's just.
Are you basically telling me how to you're calling our show to tell us how we should do our jobs better? Well, I don't. What are you doing?
Okay. Sometimes if you look at a bankruptcy and you look at the source of why did this bankruptcy occur, maybe it was just something that was inevitable and really outside of the control of the borrower.
Yeah. Dan, I'll wrap you up.
Yeah, that was a super call. Thank you so much.
Extenuating
He's like a super smart guy.
He's maybe in the business. I don't know that.
Oh,
But
you think so, Doctor?
Extenuating
You figured that out right now.
Extenuating circumstances obviously are out there. And opportunities for families to still get mortgages.
You can do that. Yes, thank you.
Yes, you can do that.
Thank you for telling me how to do my job. I've been doing it for 17 years.
Hey, 927. That music says we're up against the break. When we come back, all your phone calls 248-539-9797.
Newer, bigger, better. Idle Dom's award-winning Audi of Rochester Hills dealership is on the grow with a brand new state-of-the-art facility that is even more modern and more luxurious to serve you better. With a showroom that's twice the size, you'll see twice the inventory, so the savings are naturally twice as big. Right now, during the construction sale, lease the all-new 2018 Audi Q5 2.0T Quattro with premium package with all-wheel drive for only $589 per month with $1,484 down for 36 months. 10,000 miles per year excludes tax, title, license through Audi Financial Services. See dealer for complete details. On DeQuinder at M59. Visit AudiofRochesterHills.com for complete details or call 248-997-7400. Audi of Rochester Hills, proud member of the Idle Dom Motor Group. Stop in during the construction sale and see the all-new Audi Q5. Hurry, the Audi Q5 $589 lease offer ends May 31st.
In the market for a new home? Not finding exactly what you're looking for? Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. Come out and see us for our open house extravaganza tomorrow from 1 to 4, where our associates will be hitting the streets, holding listings open all over town. Find out about them on Facebook at Jeff Glover and Associates.
I'm Dennis King.
And I'm Haven King. I heard the advertisement for Jeff Glover, and we gave him a call. He put our house on the market on a Monday.
On Tuesday, we had 10 showings.
The house sold in 1 week.
I'm an architect and a management consultant, and I've worked with a lot of real estate people in my career. Jeff, hands down, is one of the best.
We'd recommend Jeff to anybody who's looking to sell a home in today's market.
Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get an average 98% of their asking price and sell their homes in an average of 23 days. Call Jeff Glover and Associates today at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at housesoldname.com. Jeff Glover and Associates are the official real estate team of the Detroit Tigers and proud to support their new foundation, Glover's Hometown Heroes. Realtor Jeff Glover. A house sold name. Jeff Glover is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty.
Switch to Sprint and get 4 lines of unlimited for just $22.50 per month per line. That's 50% off Verizon and AT&T unlimited rates for a family of 4. And for a limited time, your 5th line is free. It's our best deal on unlimited, which works for you. But to make it work even better for you on radio, I'm going to read it with a robot filter that makes my voice sound cool.
Switch to Sprint and get 4 lines for just $22.50 per month per line. That's 50% off Verizon and AT&T unlimited rates for a family of 4. And for a limited time, your 5th line is free. It's our best deal on unlimited. It's the best price for fully featured unlimited among national carriers with HD video and 10 gigabytes of mobile hotspot.
Call 1-800-SPRINT1 or visit sprint.com/unlimited.
Savings still $630.18, then $60 line 1, $40 line 2, and $30 line stream 4 per month. This with taxes, surcharges, and roaming. Streams video up to HD 1080p. News up to 1.5 megabits per second. Gaming up to 8 megabits per second. Subject to credit, 30-day activation fee. Riveted network use rules and data deprioritization. Savings claim prepared. Advertise Verizon Unlimited and AT&T Unlimited Plus rates for 4 lines is a 517.17. Carrier species differ. Coverage and offer not everywhere. Restrictions apply.
Are you ready for Thunder? The 2017 Thunder Over Michigan Air Show, presented by the Wayne County Airport Authority, September 2nd through the 4th at Willow Run Airport, featuring the United States Navy Blue Angels, United States Marine Corps C-130 Fat Albert, wing walking aerobatics with Greg Shelton, World War II reenactments, activities for the entire family, and much more. Don't miss your only chance to see the Blue Angels in Michigan all 3 days. Your chance to purchase 25% off tickets is running out. Go to YankeeAirMuseum.org/airshow now. Kids 15 and under are free.
Dan Petrie here. If you want to add some low-maintenance style to your backyard this summer with a new Trex deck, do what I do and call my friends at Northville Lumber. Northville Lumber has Trex decking as low as $1.79 per foot and stocks more Trex inventory than anyone in the Midwest. Don't wait. Call Northville Lumber now or go to northvillelumber.com.
today at the DIA. Epic. From intriguing exhibitions to independent film screenings, there's always something waiting to be discovered at the DIA every day.
It's time to start spring planting. So get to Ace, the helpful place, and get great deals on Miracle Grow moisture control soils and potting mix. Plus, Ace Rewards members get instant savings. Sign up and start saving at Ace, the helpful place.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
We're brought to you by O'Reilly's. Tigers sending Justin Verlander to the mound tonight. 7:10 right here at 97.1 The Ticket from Comerica Park against the Texas Rangers, who've now won 10 straight games, including last night's 5-3 win over the Tigers. And Danny Norris, who allowed 5 runs in 7 innings while striking out 8 over 5 2/3, i.e. not good enough. Miguel Cabrera, he should be back in the lineup tonight. Wayne Walker, former Pro Bowl linebacker for your Detroit Lions, is dead at the age of 80. He suffered from Parkinson's disease. He played in a record 200 games for your Detroit Lions. Cleveland Cavaliers just embarrassed Boston at Boston for the second straight time, this time by historical proportions, beating the number 1 seed. Final score 130-86. They led 72-31 at the half. Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard are your 3 finalists for the NBA Most Valuable Player Award. Stanley Cup playoffs, Pittsburgh over Ottawa 3-2. That series tied at 2. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
All season long, Detroit Tigers manager Brad Ausmus will go around the diamond with Jamie and Stoney. Mornings on 97.1 The Ticket.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. 9:33. If you're just joining us, it's the Hardcore Mortgage Show brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call at the office all day long, all weekend long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. It's 1-800-569-7283. You're going to save a ton of money. Sit down with us, learn the process. We'll really make you feel comfortable about purchasing a home. And I'll tell you out there, that's who we got to get to feel comfortable about a home is the sellers out there. And it's become a problem. It's become a concern and a struggle out there not to sell your house. Those sell quickly. It's to go find another one. And you definitely have to figure it out. And I think, Nicole, it sort of starts with a specific wants list. I mean, if you're downsizing, you're motivated because you're going to downsize, your family's out of the house now and you're looking to move to a lake or a golf course or simply even a smaller home, why not get out there if you're thinking about selling the house and find out what's available? That might be a good start.
Absolutely. But a lot of people are making their want list a little smaller to accommodate what houses are out there because there's not a lot out there and the prices have risen. So sometimes what they want is actually not in what they can afford. Okay. So, I mean, people are compromising like location, bedrooms, things like that. Just certain, their list is getting smaller.
Yeah, well, I think it's pretty important stuff. Also, the number of homes have been, steadily that are available are steadily lower, especially this time of the year. Homes sold in April sold faster than ever. And 1 in 4 homes sold in April, Alex, you'll like this one, sold for over asking. So, really? I mean, people are going in there, and if there's multiple bids, yeah, you're going to probably have to pay maybe a little bit over asking, which means you need to save your money and really prepare yourself. Absolutely. Because if you're bidding against other families that have more money to work with, other people that have more money to work with, you probably won't get your offer accepted unless
the seller is always going to go for the most solid buyer that they can see. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the sales of homes are supposed to rise 3.5% in 2000, or I'm sorry, they're supposed to rise, 3.5% in 2017, and then sales another 2 sales in general, and then another 2.8% in 2018. And for new homes, which is crazy, this year for 2017, the sales are supposed to go up 10.7%.
Yeah, we need a lot of new construction out there.
New construction is moving so fast. They're
beautiful homes. They're new.
I mean, they can't even build them fast enough.
Isn't there something about the character of like an old house, like an older
Absolutely.
home? Listen, I love the new construction houses. One of my buddies, Patrick Ray from Hill and Homes, they're awesome houses. I think does a beautiful job. There's just something about the character, in older house. I just like it, man. Just the architecture of it.
Absolutely. I have a home from 1903 listed on Woodward Avenue. Absolutely stunning. I mean, it still has the same doors, the keys that go in the door.
Which part of what city?
So it's Bloomfield Hills, Bloomfield Schools. It's pending right now, but it is right at Woodward and 15. It's absolutely beautiful.
Right at Woodward and 15.
It's on Woodward. It's multicolor house. You can't miss it.
I know where it is.
There's signs everywhere.
I got it.
That's a cool
Yep.
place.
That's your
yeah.
listing?
Yes.
Good work, buddy.
Thank you.
Nice.
And those lots right there,
Yeah.
I have those listed too. So, because they're each 1
You're
acre.
so successful. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
248-539-9797 if you'd like to join the show. We've got some open lines here this morning. I was going to say about the new construction out there. Like you said, they're going quick. The builders are having trouble, though, finding, that's the deal. They're having trouble finding qualified craftsmen to find rough carpenters and finished carpenters and roofers and really just to get all these contractors out to these homes is starting to feel like a burden. I know we've got one new construction purchase, Nicole, that really the house should have been done about 30 days ago. And I mean, they have to pour concrete and do a final grade. Don't know what the holdup is there, but again, this is
not the weather.
It's definitely not the weather, but these are the delays that even the builders have been dealing with. Again, we all work as a team together. We're laying back and just sort of pushing the builder each and every day just to keep the status of it. But yeah, I think if they had more qualified workers out there, and again, if you're thinking about getting into the trades, now would be the best time in Southeast Michigan.
Absolutely.
There's just a shortage of great workers out there, and again, if without those, you can't build the houses that quick.
Right.
248-539-9797. Let's move off to this call. We've got Rob in Dearborn. How you doing, Rob?
Hey, fellas. How you doing,
Good.
lady?
What's up, man?
Great show.
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
actually one of the people that sold their house last month and sold it over asking price.
Oh, there you go.
Congratulations.
You were 25% of the people out there selling. You got a little bit more than asking. Just curious, what did the house sell for? What was the final price?
$190.
And you had it listed at how much?
180.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's
Wonderful.
10,000 right over. So those people, did it appraise at the higher amount or not?
The appraisal just came back as good. So.
Oh, good.
we don't know,
Sweet.
maybe more, maybe less. We know not less, but maybe more. I don't know.
Okay, well, you don't get any more because you already have a signed PA, but definitely good news for the buyers out there. What's your question, Rob?
It is. Now, I'm just curious in regard of me moving on to the new house. That we already put in an offer accepting all that stuff. I'm just curious in regard of the mortgage that I'm going into. It's just APR-wise. I'm just curious about the APR. I'm getting, well, it looks like I'm promised 4.25. My credit score right around, well, the medium at least. They said right around 6.9, 6.8. So I'm just curious, what do you guys think of this, like the APR?
What do you think of the APR? You're into the rate you're getting, the rate you're being quoted?
Right.
It sounds in line with market.
Yeah. If you're getting your note rate is 4.25.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, Rob. The APR is quite frankly a moot point, and any banker can manipulate that with any experience.
Right.
I mean, so you got to pay attention to your note rate and your closing costs.
That's it. That's it. Your note rate, the note you're going to get, like if it's a 30-year fixed at 4.25, and your closing costs. Those are the two things you want to compare side by side.
Right. That's what I'm curious about. This is one of the banks I'm to, and I'm just like, closing costs, it seems like it's right on, we discussed that. But I'm just curious about, the 4.25 and like, what's the best way for me to kind of drop it down, aside from making
better credit?
big lump sum payments.
Yeah,
every month.
Yeah, potentially if your credit score is a little bit higher, maybe 4.125 would be in play. But I got to tell you,
doesn't the down payment matter too?
How much you putting down on the home?
20%. I mean, I can go higher if I need to, but I'm just, I'm just trying to wait out my options. You see what I'm trying to do?
Yeah.
I'm not, I don't want to just sign the dotted line. I just I want to find more options.
Yeah, well, you might be able to shave off, and you never know. The market changes; it's extremely volatile. Specifically, what also falls into this very big equation is what day you're going to be closing on. So sometimes, if we can close you within 30 days, we can get you a lower interest rate versus locking you in for 60 days. So you've got your credit score that you can work on, and then the time you're going to close, the date, and how many days you're going to lock in for. If you haven't locked in, if you're not that deep into the new transaction, I'm going to call you after the show and just sort of price it out for you and see what we could offer you.
Okay. Yeah, that wouldn't be
Would
a
you?
bad
Let me
idea.
ask you something. If you haven't done the appraisal on the new house yet, and you haven't spent any
done
money.
it. Well, actually, we're, I hate to say this, but we're planning on closing on the 1st.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
You're ready to go, yeah. But
doesn't that hold the Robin's question? So if you're going to close the 1st and you're concerned about the APR right now, you're closing in 11 days. Sorry, 12 days. And you're concerned right now, like 12.
Can't turn back now.
2 weeks out, and you got to sign all these documents. if you're concerned right now, man, I'm questioning.
Procrastinators, man, that's what happens. I'm just like, I'm excited. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited. I want to put in the best effort. Just try to like find more options. You know, I mean, this option is, I'm honestly not. It's not bad, but I'm just.
It sounds good.
That little curious in me always wants to know.
Dude, I got to tell you, man, like our job is so boring now. It's like the most excitement I have is this hour on Saturday mornings. You literally, let me tell you how boring it is, Rob. You put in the credit score, the down payment, and the program, and then it gives you the rate.
Pretty much.
It's that. I mean, if your cost should be between $2,500 and $3,500, depending on the title company and all that stuff. And if you're at 4.25 with a 680 credit score,
or 690,
and 20% down.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right in line with market conditions.
Really? Okay, that's good. I honestly, that's kind of what I, had in mind. I'm just like, like I said, this is a big step moving forward, and like I want to just like, just keep asking myself if this is what I need.
No, it's good, man. You're being responsible. That's awesome.
All right, Rob.
That's outstanding, man.
Rob, sounds great, man. Congratulations to you and your family moving forward, and I hope your closing goes well. Thank you. All right.
Thanks, buddy.
And if he didn't get a mortgage from Capital Mortgage Funding, maybe he wouldn't have that apprehension in his voice a little bit.
I mean, I totally dig what he's saying.
Right.
And I think that's awesome to be questioning that. But I mean, it's like they do the call prior earlier in the show. There's no fancy magical program out there.
It's a great interest rate.
30-year fixed.
We got tons to share with you still. 248-539-9797. If you're struggling to get your offer accepted, keep it here on 97.1. We'll be right back.
Usually it costs you more to get the best. That's not the case with Adam, the American Divorce Association for Men. Hiring Adam costs the same as any other firm. Not hiring Adam could cost you much more. Call 248-356-ADAM or adamdivorcelaw.com.
With Advance Auto Parts in-store pickup service, you can buy any part online and pick it up in-store in just 30 minutes. It's this fast. Buy your parts online and pick it up in-store in just 30 minutes. No, faster. Buy your parts online and pick it up in 30 minutes. Buy parts online in 30 minutes. Buy parts in 30 minutes. Nailed it. Advance Auto Parts. Let's get you back on the road. Visit advanceautoparts.com for more details.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. To sell your home on time for the most money, you need a sharp agent with a marketing strategy that creates the most demand. Bottom line, you need a partner willing to put their own money on the line for you. In Metro Detroit, I would hire Mark Z. His marketing creates so much demand that if your home doesn't sell at a price and deadline you agree to, Mark will buy it. Partner with the agent I trust. Go online or call and get your home sold.
What if there was a paint where each drop was engineered, mixed, analyzed, and perfected to make it smarter than you ever thought possible?
Announcing our summa cum laude graduates.
So when a color didn't go on evenly, it would go on high alert and reshuffle each pigment to reveal its truest, richest state. If a paint could realize the fullest potential of any color, is it still paint? Aura Interior from Benjamin Moore. Only available at independently owned paint and hardware stores.
Staples knows that when your spreadsheets no longer spread, it's time. When your presentations are not presentable, it's time. And when tensions in the office are high,
No, tensions are very, very high.
it's definitely time. And it's times like these when pros turn to Staples. Staples has a full range of tech services to help your business with everything from data recovery to virus protection. And right now, get $50 off PC diagnostic and repair service, so your business won't miss a beat. Staples, it's pro time. Ends 5/27. Service does not include parts.
Say hello to the best summer ever with some of the Home Depot's best Memorial Day savings ever. Get up to 40% off appliance special buys, like an LG high-efficiency top-load washer and electric dryer for just $578 each. Save over $440 on the pair. Do larger loads so you do fewer loads for the best laundry day ever. Nobody beats our prices, guaranteed, with up to 40% off appliances at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through June 7th, U.S. only while supplies last. Cast iron extra. See store for details.
Imagine you're on a train track. Somewhere miles away, a train is headed your way. You can't see it yet, but it's coming. Slowly but surely. If you have prediabetes or you're at risk for type 2 diabetes, you may be on the wrong track, and diabetes could be heading your way. Bit by bit, the danger is getting closer and closer. So should you stay on the track you're on now or move to make a change and reduce your risk? If you have pre-diabetes or you're at risk for type 2 diabetes, you may qualify for the National Diabetes Prevention Program in your local community. This one-year program could be the ongoing support you need to put you on the right track. Not only did participants lose weight, they cut their risk of type 2 diabetes in half. Ready to get on board for a healthier future? Learn more about the National Diabetes Prevention Program and what else you can do to manage and prevent diabetes at michigan.gov/diabetes. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
The Rangers are in town for a 3-game weekend series, and of course, 97.1 The Ticket will be all over Comerica Park. We'll have the street team, ticket chicks, and live broadcasts from Gate A. Stop by for your chance to win Michigan Lottery's Lucky Streak $5 instant game. Win up to $500,000. There's lucky fun in every one. Plus, you can register to win tickets to see the Detroit Tigers, courtesy of Chevrolet, the official sponsor of the Detroit Tigers. Call 866-66-TIGER or visit Tigers.com for your tickets to any Tigers home game.
The names you trust. The teams you love.
97.1 The Ticket.
I don't even know I know all these songs. Hey, welcome back to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show. Brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Give us a call at Capital all week long. 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. That's 1-800-569-7283. Definitely take all your phone calls. If you need an approval letter, that's the place to call. You're going to save a ton of money, deal with real professionals. We'll even set you up with some professional real estate agents that are the best negotiators and know all the little tricks and stuff. Actually, going into that, we were talking about that, Nicole, a little bit. Maybe some helpful tips to get your offer accepted. We always throw that out there. And then a lot of motivated buyers out there. The key is to put a plan together and really sort of stick to it. We talked about that wants and needs list. And if you have everything all set up, then it's just a matter of you looking at, your real estate agent and saying, let's just go for it.
Right.
Let's
absolutely.
put the offer in and see what happens.
But sometimes you still have to compromise on that wants and need list. Maybe not on the needs so much, but on the wants. I mean, just so you know the expectations. No home is going to be perfect,
right,
per se.
Well, go on.
I was just going to dive into the approval letter. Of course, that approval letter gives you that confidence. And then so that if you know you're an FHA buyer, you know how much money you're working with, you know how the seller's concessions work. So it's really a key. I think it's like a combination. Alex, you say working backwards. It's working backwards and forwards and coming to an exact amount that you're going to be comfortable with.
Let me clarify that.
As he looks at me, I know it's good.
When I say work backwards, I just want to stress when someone says, how much house can I afford?
Right.
That's a question you have to ask yourself.
Absolutely.
I don't know how much house you can afford.
Because you may have expenses that don't come up on your credit report. We all do, right?
Exactly. There's certain things. It's about quality of life. If you want to have a huge house, that's awesome.
Right.
That's totally cool. But, that means you can't, if you decide to, if you want to go to Vegas on a whim, you can't do it. Or Disney World, of course, the mom speaks versus me.
Vegas, Disney World.
She's Disney World. But things like that come up. Those are things that, that we don't see on a credit report. If you have 3 kids and you want to take them to Disney World, and you have a house payment, of whatever, $4,000 a month, and you got it's
quality of life.
Yeah, a lot of our clients, and a lot of our clients also have second and third jobs and cash under the table, things, whatever they might have going on in small businesses and stuff that they don't even show. So a lot of times, you do have some extra money saved. You have some extra money coming in each month that might make things a little bit more comfortable. Hey, we did the dirty work for you. And if you want to join the show, 248-539-9797. The dirty work I talk about is me calling around the country and checking out to see what's going on. Well, I've got great news
Who'd
for
you
you.
call?
I'm not going to throw their name out there.
Oh, come on.
But you did call somebody?
I actually called
He
3
called around the
companies.
country.
I spoke to 3. What they said was the top leaning lenders, and 2 of them had really qualified loan officers. And if you want to pay more in interest rates and closing costs, then you should go online. Otherwise, call Capital Mortgage Funding. If you're anywhere in this listening area, call Capital Mortgage Funding. If you're thinking about refinancing or purchasing a house and want to save money, you're definitely going to save money by calling us. Again, there's a reason why we do the show, Consumer Advocate Show, to really point out that there's some options out there. And again, these are things that are going to help save you a lot of money. Plus, you'll be dealing with probably the best and the most experienced loan officers all the way around the country. And that's what the key is. There's no robots. We don't have any robots at the office. Last time I checked, we have computers and we have people, but there's no robots.
And that's the good thing. People can actually come in and see you guys, talk to you guys. I guess I never understood the concept behind applying for a mortgage online. You're putting all your personal information out there online for someone in some kind of sales office somewhere to call you back.
Complete strangers, yeah.
Right, absolutely.
The cool thing about our firm is that the person you talk to initially is the person you talk to the entire transaction. Right. So, when you get a mortgage through, myself, you either talk to me or Meredith all the way through.
And you can.
There's no handoff. There's nothing else.
I mean, your office is local. You can stop in.
I love the pop in. That's my favorite thing.
You can always pop in on us, sure.
I love the donut shop across the street from your office.
248-539-9797. How about this? I'm going to throw out a couple things real quick, guys. Household debts way back up there again. Equifax just reported that Americans are now back owing as much as they did back in the pre-recession era. So be careful out there. If you're spending a little bit too much money, be sure to cut back on that. If you have that kind of extra money and you have something more than a 15-year fixed mortgage, then definitely give us a phone call, because if you're a big spender, paying off the house earlier in your life will give you that much more freedom as you get to be a little bit older in
that's
life.
Still a point, though. When you get to be mid 50s, 60, your house
should be
I'd like
paid.
it to be paid for.
Right.
I mean,
so you can enjoy life.
Yeah.
It's always a good way to go.
Ask Broski. That's what we call my dad. He's just loving life, hanging out, playing golf.
And that's how it should
doing
be.
his thing.
That's how it should be.
Couple other things.
You don't want to be strapped to a house payment your entire
Mom went
life.
to go see my sister in South Dakota. They're just hanging out, doing
The favorite kid,
yeah, I know. No, Nick and Lauren are the favorites, and then there's me. So it's a tie for number one, for number one, and then there's Alex.
One more thing: improving your credit,
and they're open about it.
Right,
Alex. Even the
I
guy
respect
called in
their
the show.
honesty.
I love you guys talking about all that stuff. Improving your credit, real quick, before we go. Definitely, even the guy that called up, he put his house on the market, so he had some time. He knew he was going to sell. He obviously spoke to his wife about getting his ducks in a row because they were going to sell their house and move forward. Well, hey, don't have a 690 credit score. Have a 760 or above credit score. That is the credit score that you really want to aim for in the mortgage world. And again, there's a big difference between a consumer credit report and a mortgage credit report. It doesn't cost you anything if you want to find out ahead of time what your credit score is. Give Capital Mortgage a call, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Get a copy of your credit report. We can point out 2 or 3 different things using our software program, the Credit Expert, that will tell us what you need to do. Many times, Alex, as you know, it's just a matter of clients paying down their high credit card debts.
That's a lot of what it is.
That's really what it is.
It's a revolving debt. That's what drags your score down. You can pay all your bills on time, but if the limit on your Visa is $10,000 and you're carrying a balance of $8,500, your scores are going to go down. I don't care if you're making the payment on time for 20 years.
Yeah. Companies were out there marketing the HARP loans, which really seemed like they fell off. It was almost as if everyone who had a HARP opportunity to get a HARP loan, Home Affordable Refinance Program, had already done so. But believe it or not, I've actually got one in process now. The reason I mention it is because the deadline.
He's always got something going.
The deadline is September 30th, though, of this year. So it's if you qualify for a HARP loan, you can go online and check yourself or call the professionals at Capital Mortgage Funding. The loan is not a cash out refinance. It allows you to refinance your home even if you're underwater on your house. If you're still underwater in your house, that's the part that's trick. But again, your second mortgage might make you underwater on the house. So it's truly now for the families that I think are left out there. If you have a first and a second mortgage and the combination of those is more than what your house is valued at, then you want to give us a phone call and look into it. Now, these are loans that were taken before May 31st, 2009. So you definitely have to figure out if you still qualify. There's an easy way to find out. Alex, a couple more minutes. Do you have anything else?
No, I'm just still floored by these articles that we have about the millennials and the.
You're like, I'm still on that.
I just don't understand. I mean, this is why I stress over and over not to go online for mortgage stuff.
Right, I agree with you.
I mean, they're a week apart. How can the market change by 5%? This would be $1 trillion change in 2 weeks.
In a couple days.
Are you going to the zoo event, Alex? Meet your
what
best
zoo
friend?
event?
Go ahead and say it real quick.
Meet your best friend. You need one more
I already
dog.
have Blue. He's a 90-pound Alaskan Shepherd.
That was yesterday and it's today.
Okay.
One of my friends is running a rescue there. Her name's Debbie. It's Safe and Sound Rescue. So if you go there, tell her I said hi.
All right.
If I see puppies, I'll just end up with a
bringing
farm
one for
full
you
of
next
dogs.
weekend.
Oh my gosh!
All right, go to the Detroit Zoo if you need a pet. Hey, we got Pat Caputo outside. He's going to be coming up with sports, social commentary. Keep it here on 97.1 The Ticket. Sports all day long. We'll see you next Saturday.
The
preceding was a paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
97.1
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
Come celebrate spring at Ray Wiegand's Nursery, where you'll find your inspiration. Ray Wiegand's Nursery experts can help you create the best gardens and landscapes for your home. Right now, our entire selection of roses, all varieties, or buy one, get the second of equal value, half off. Plus, all 10-inch mandevilla plants are now all 25% off, and all lilac plants are 25% off. Be sure to add beautiful color to your porch, patio, or deck. It's easy with our wide variety of 12-inch hanging baskets, now all over 25% off. And make the most of your outdoor living space. Our entire selection of patio furniture and umbrellas are now all 25% off. And there's great savings on much more. Be sure to visit our website at WeegandsNursery.com. Remember, for the best quality, selection, value, and service, buy direct from the nursery. Ray Wiegand's Nursery, since 1941. In Macomb Township, on Romeo Plank Road, we make it worth the drive.
In the market for a new home? Not finding exactly what you're looking for? Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. Come out and see us for our open house extravaganza tomorrow from 1 to 4, where our associates will be hitting the streets, holding listings open all over town. Find out about them on Facebook at Jeff Glover and Associates.
I'm Dennis King.
And I'm Haven King. I heard the advertisement for Jeff Glover, and we gave him a call. He put our house on the market on a Monday.
On Tuesday, we had 10 showings.
The house sold in 1 week.
I'm an architect and a management consultant, and I've worked with a lot of real estate people in my career. Jeff, hands down, is one of the best.
We'd recommend Jeff to anybody who's looking to sell a home in today's market.
Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get an average 98% of their asking price and sell their homes in an average of 23 days. Call Jeff Glover and Associates today at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at housesoldname.com. Jeff Glover and Associates are the official real estate team of the Detroit Tigers and proud to support their new foundation, Glover's Hometown Heroes. Realtor Jeff Glover. A house sold name. Jeff Glover is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty.
For a limited time